Hello and welcome to South First. This is Anusha Ravisood and you're watching State of Play, our daily update of all things politics and policy. All eyes are on Operation Sindoor and its aftermath. Wednesday and Thursday, 2 days, have seen increasing escalation between India and Pakistan. For those living in the border states of Jammu Kashmir, Punjab, Rajasthan, Thursday evening was nothing short of frightening. Air sirens going off, complete blackout in several cities and towns, and missiles in the sky hovering over them, which were successfully intercepted by the Indian Defense Forces. While all of this was happening, there was a different kind of theatrics that was unfolding on Indian mainstream television channels. Since Wednesday, this theatrics has only been shriller and now has reached proportions that have started spreading panic among citizens. It's time that the Indian mainstream media takes the responsibility of being platforms of journalism instead of platforms of jingoism, warmongering, and more than anything, peddling of misinformation, misreportage. After Indian Defence Forces carried out Operation Sindoor, striking at the heart of terror, targeting terror infrastructure in Pakistan and Pakistan occupied Kashmir, Pakistan Defence Forces have continued shelling and firing along the LOC, targeting civilians. The matter has now escalated with tempers rising. Civilians have come under attack. It is one thing for civilians to come under attack from Pakistan's strikes, sending missiles into Indian airspace, targeting cities, urban spaces, towns, including places like Jammu Airport. Blackouts were reported from several cities like Chandigarh, Amritsar, in several districts of Rajasthan. All of this as civilians had to be indoors with lights completely out. If this was one concern for citizens, Indian citizens are coming under fire from a different kind of attack altogether. The theatrics that are unfolding on Indian mainstream television channels, the mass hysteria and hyperbole on Indian TV channels are helping none. Not citizens, not the country, definitely not instilling any sort of confidence in anybody. From giving up sensitive data on India's defense forces to peddling misinformation, running unverified news with no sense of checks and balance, pretty much violating every single journalistic standard, ethics, and morality, Indian TV channels and their anchors have exploited this extremely sensitive situation, putting theatrics before national interest. In the race to break news, in the race to claim they know best, Indian television channels have been giving up sensitive defense information, becoming detrimental to India's own ops and plans, peddling or plastering across television screens images that are unrelated, dated, unverified information, or rather misinformation, unverified information being given, being fed to the Indian public who are looking at their television channels for an ounce of information, for an ounce of reassurance. But television channels have absolute blatant disregard for appeals even from the Ministry of Defense and the Government of India to exercise restraint sensitivity at a time like this. Television anchors who are either busy celebrating or in their own shouting matches clearly do not have the ear to listen to anybody. The common sense that live reportage of Indian Defense Forces plans in areas that are vulnerable could actually impede our strategy did not occur to these television channels, their anchors, their reporters. This, even after we have learned some terrible lessons after the Mumbai attacks, 26/11 attacks, where live coverage, television coverage of terror attacks reduced our vantage and gave terrorists an upper hand, causing more losses to lives. Such was the blatant disregard for common sense that the Deputy Commissioner of Poonch had to come out and issue a media advisory reminding media houses the losses that we have incurred due to negligent coverage, due to live coverage of active operations, giving up sensitive information, compromising our own strategy and counter attack ops. So many senior journalists who claim to have covered the defense forces for the largest part of their careers, who claim to have covered from war zones or reported from war zones, and all of them could not understand a simple fact that live coverage of ops can be detrimental to our own interests. The media advisory that was finally issued had to spell out to these mainstream media channels to please not show live coverage of our ops, and it can compromise our own strategic plans. Even that media advisory didn't really help because television channels, even as recently as the whole of Thursday, with impunity peddled misinformation about an Indian civilian who was killed in Pakistan's shelling and firing along the LOC. Pakistan's firing along LOC killed at least 15 Indian civilians. Among those dead was Maulana Muhammad Iqbal. Several media houses, without thought, without verifying, blatantly, with impunity, ran stories deeming this Indian citizen who was killed in Pakistan firing as a terrorist. The peddling of hate that Indian mainstream television channels do on a daily basis has pretty much stopped surprising a lot of us, but this, deeming a citizen who was killed in Pakistan firing a terrorist and running stories after stories of cooked up, made up stories about his supposed links to terror outfit was simply a new low. Such was the magnitude of misinformation and misreportage against the deceased Maulana Muhammad Iqbal that the Poonch police had to come out and issue not just a statement, not just a clarification, but a warning to media houses indulging in misreportage and peddling of misinformation that action will be taken against them for running unverified, unauthenticated news. It doesn't stop there. These were just examples. From claiming that a Pakistani pilot was caught alive to running media or running videos, photographs that are entirely unrelated, dated, not even from countries of India and Pakistan. Several news organizations, their staff, whether anchors or reporters, have indulged in blatant violation of all journalistic standards, ethics, and morality. In reality, this is a huge disservice that they're according to the country. At a time, mass media has to be a means of disseminating valid, verified, authentic information. Mass media should ideally have been a tool to reassure the citizens of this country who are spending sleepless nights thinking about their loved ones, when mass media should have ideally been a tool for the government as well as the armed forces to maintain calm and peace. Television channels, mainstream Indian television channels, have become, or rather turned into, unreliable, jingoistic misinformation peddling platforms that are warmongering and baying for blood, all the while creating panic among citizens. Mass media is a powerful tool. Crores of Indians tune into these television channels every day, hoping to get the information they are looking for. But all they get in return are panic mongering, rumor mongering, bravados, rhetorics. It is high time that the Indian media realizes the kind of damage it is inflicting on the psyche of Indians. Until we come to you with yet another episode of State of Play, do stay tuned to South First.